KSI versus Tommy Fury face-off. My predictions for this face-off, I believe we're going to get some KSI anime villain moments. And from Tommy Fury, I feel like we're going to hear some Jake Paul talk, actually a lot. I think he's going to compare KSI to Jake Paul and continue to tell him how he's not as good as Jake Paul to try to get him mad. Those are my two predictions. Let's check it out.
Yeah, I'm excited. October 14th, man. I'm gonna knock you out. Yeah.
From what I can see across me, you ain't knocking nothing out. I'll be honest with you now, he's a lot smaller of a man than I thought he was.
So right off the bat, we got KSI wearing the shades indoors, clearly asserting his dominance over Tommy Fury here, saying how he is excited to knock him out. And Tommy Fury automatically starts to talk about the size difference, a subject that has been mentioned a lot. I know a lot of people were saying in the press conference the size difference was even worse than they thought. Tommy is a lot bigger, and to a certain extent they are not wrong to say that. Tommy is the bigger fighter, and it's not very close. In the press conference, the size difference was not as bad as I was expecting. Maybe I was just expecting the worst, but the size difference is there, and a lot of people are saying it's going to be a big point in this fight.
I'm telling you now, all I've got to say is Jake Paul, I was playing games, going in there, fainting, jabbing up and down. See what I'm going to do with you?
Yeah.
I'm going to hit you hard, and harder.
That's if you
and
can
I
catch
ain't going to stop until you're on the ground.
Automatically, we are about, 30 seconds into this thing. Tommy Fury mentions Jake Paul, so good job me, I guess. I feel like he's going to keep doing that. KSI keeps mentioning how he's going to be fast in there. He's going to be elusive. I do think KSI is going to be using that karate style to get inside, pull off some combinations, some big right hands, and then get out of there. I don't think he's going to want to stay in the pocket too long.
I feel like I'm in a head wave. I've already done this before with a certain man across the pond. He said all this. I'm going to do this. I'm going to knock you out.
But I'm different.
You're different.
I'm KSI.
Right.
I'm different.
Alrighty, we got some more Jake Paul talk here. Tommy Fury saying he's already been through this. This is just another Jake Paul situation. KSI, his reasoning is he's just different. Bro is built different, I guess. And if he is able to pull this off, he will be the #1 pound-for-pound crossover boxer above Jake Paul, in my opinion.
Yes, you've got the experience.
Right. Okay.
But I'm going to fight you. I'm not going to box you. I'm going to fight you. I'm going to stand there in the
going
middle
to
of the ring.
you.
Middle of the ring,
and
and I'm going to
you.
swing.
You think I'm going to run away from a man who's built like you?
Come.
KSI saying he is going to go in there and come out swinging. That's a strategy for sure. I do think KSI is going to put on the pressure. He is going to be searching, hunting for that knockout because he saw that Jake Paul landed the overhand right a few times in that fight, and he thinks that if he lands it with his power, Tommy's going to sleep. However, I hope that KSI does not rush in too fast without caution because he can get caught by Tommy as well. Like I have mentioned, that size difference is there, and it will leave him open to getting pieced up by Tommy's combinations.
When I hit you,
and
you're going to be like,
Jake
raw.
Paul was lucky. Jake Paul was lucky. He never got hit properly.
The amount of times he
was
hit
lucky.
you with an overhand.
Oh, what did that do?
I did nothing.
Exactly.
That's what I mean.
Exactly.
So compare that to me now.
But Jake Paul's a bigger man and can hit
No,
harder.
he doesn't. What do
Yes,
you
he
mean Jake
does.
Paul is older than me?
So boom, right there, we just continue to see that KSI is holding on to that belief strongly. He is relying on the fact that his overhand right is going to knock out Tommy, and Jake Paul's couldn't. He thinks his power is much greater than Jake Paul's, and that's how he's going to finish this fight. He just said what I was thinking.
So me beating Jake Paul, this fight was automatically going to happen afterwards because him and Jake Paul have got beef. You know, they all want to see who's better out of them two. But me beating him just threw a spanner in the works. So now I've beat him. This was next for me. So when I knock you out, YouTube boxing is where?
So Tommy's saying that after the Jake Paul fight, this was the fight that made sense. And once he beats KSI, YouTube boxing will end. But what Tommy does not mention here is the fact that there's a huge question about where does Tommy's career go if YouTube boxing ended. It looks like this is what he wants to do for now. He wants to box the YouTubers, because if he goes back to traditional boxing, the opponents are going to be much better and there's going to be less eyes. He's not going to sell the pay-per-views he is selling now with Jake Paul and KSI. So Tommy doesn't really want to end YouTube boxing. Let's be honest.
I'll tell you for a fact what I have done, and this is on my cross my heart and hope to die. I have trained 100 times harder for you than I have Jake Paul.
Good. I want the best version of you.
You're going to get the best version.
I want the best version.
And I guarantee.
And then that will just up my...
You are not good. You'll be very lucky to escape the first round.
Tommy's saying here that he trained 100 times harder for this KSI fight than he did for Jake Paul. KSI seems happy about that. Once 100% the best, Tommy. This is always a good thing to hear. Both guys 100%. No excuses for the loser.
You want to talk about weight? I want to talk about rounds.
Weight, yeah, so I started first.
I'm the A-side here.
You're not the A-side.
I am the A-side.
Who's number one?
I'm the A-side. I'll just beat your best friend.
Versus
no.
Fury.
Yeah, because you won't take the fight, you little...
KSI versus Tommy Fury.
If it wasn't KSI versus Tommy Fury, you wouldn't have took the fight.
I'm the A-side.
He wouldn't have took the fight. I don't care about all that bullshit.
I'm fighting you in your backyard.
Who's walking second? Who's walking first? Does it matter?
Wow. Things are getting a little hectic here. KSI, they're arguing back and forth about who is the A side. KSI saying his name is first for the promotion. While KSI is the bigger name overall, Tommy Fury and his team, specifically his dad, did push around KSI's team in negotiations. It seems like they kept pushing the money up and got what they wanted. And more importantly, they got the weight they wanted. Both sides were not budging, and then finally KSI and his team gave in to give Tommy the weight they wanted. So maybe KSI is A side, but Tommy Fury's team won negotiations. I will say that. They got some big advantages.
So you're telling me you hit harder than the best fighter in the world, Tyson Fury, at 6'9"?
I hit harder than Jake Paul.
No, I'm talking about Tyson, because I've been getting hit off him my whole life.
Cool.
So what makes you think you can do something to me?
Tyson doesn't hit hard like people like Wilder and like that. I mean, how many times did Wilder drop him?
Who knocked out Wilder?
Interesting conversation going on here. First of all, Tommy Fury does have a point in saying Tyson did knock out Wilder multiple times. So to say Tyson Fury doesn't really have power like that, that's kind of wild. But that's a totally different discussion. That has nothing to do with this. Tommy Fury trying to use the "Are you more powerful than Tyson Fury" card because I've been hit by Tyson Fury my whole life. It's kind of dumb. It doesn't really make sense. Tyson Fury is not going all out on Tommy. I've seen some of their sparring footage, at least what they have released, and it's always very friendly and light. Tyson looks like he's putting 5-10% on those punches. I know for a fact Tyson Fury is not hitting Tommy with even close to his full power, nowhere near it. So I don't really know about that point there.
I mean, good.
Clean.
Feeling good.
Chefs are good.
Man. Strong, feeling strong.
That's it. Training every day, feeling good.
Yeah,
agile.
weight training's good. Getting
Everything.
PBs, running fast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Training camp.
I love the challenge. Something about it that just,
gets him out of bed in the morning.
Yeah.
Well, I think at least we can agree on one thing. I like the challenge too.
Cool.
I love shutting Jake Paul. That man talked a lot of crap for 2.5 years. And guess what?
I had nothing to back it up.
Nothing to back it up.
Cool.
No.
What is going on here? These guys are like bonding right now. First, they were talking about the enjoyment of training camp and pushing themselves. Now they're talking about challenging themselves. Now this is a challenge for KSI. This is a huge step up in competition. For Tommy Fury, though, as the proclaimed professional boxer, I don't know if fighting KSI is challenging yourself. You're not really proving that you love to challenge yourself, since you are a professional boxer, as he says.
They spar up and down in the gym, they hit the pads and they think they're boxers. But it's a lot different than that. And
This
you'll
is a
see.
huge step up for me, and I can't wait.
Okay, well, at least you can
No,
recognise
no,
that. At least he realises it.
I mean, you.
At least he's not like the other fella sitting there across the table saying that, it's not a step up, I'm lower. He was in delusional land. At least
I'm not
he's
delusional.
admitting.
All right, so I understood. I even said in the beginning that Tommy Fury was going to talk about Jake Paul, but I feel like this man is literally bringing him up in every sentence. The question could have nothing to do with it, but it just seems like he brings Jake Paul into the conversation no matter what. It's a little weird. It's a little weird, but maybe he just came into this with a game plan of keep mentioning Jake Paul so it annoys KSI. I don't know.
I mean, you talk about being the boxer, this or that, but you're always running away from Vidal Riley.
Vidal Riley?
Yeah.
Who outside of Vidal Riley's hometown knows who he is? Vidal
A
Riley
lot of
can't.
people know Vidal Riley.
Vidal Riley can't sell a ticket.
A lot of people know who
He can't
Vidal
sell a
Riley
ticket.
is.
Now, this is something I like to hear. KSI bringing up the fact that Tommy Fury will always avoid Vidal Riley. And that is 100% true. Tommy Fury, who says he wants to be a world champion one day, refuses to fight Vidal Riley because he is not a big enough name. Now, Vidal Riley may not be as popular of a name as KSI or Jake Paul. And when it comes to rankings, they are right next to one another, and the fight would make sense if Tommy Fury wanted to be a world champion. But Tommy Fury knows that Vidal Riley would smoke him.
It matters about what you got in you, whether you got a set of balls or not.
Yeah,
I don't
I've got
fear
the
any
balls.
man on this planet.
Have you not seen the size of my balls, bro?
Don't want
I
to,
got
mate.
basketballs.
What?
Influencer boxing.
You think you're going to catch me like it's
fight,
so easy, but it's not, man.
and you think this is going to be a walkover.
Yeah, it will.
Well, I
You're
guess
going to
what?
have a rude awakening.
One of us is going to be proven wrong on the night.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Indeed, one of them will be proven wrong on the night. Tommy Fury, the big favorite here. KSI saying Tommy Fury is not going to be able to hit him. He's going to be too fast, too elusive. The head movement is going to be on point. Tommy saying he is not going to a decision. He wants to put KSI away. Tommy, if he rushes in and lets KSI make this thing ugly, that is the worst thing he could do, is go in there and have a fight and not a boxing match. That is where KSI gets his opportunity to knock him out.
What did you make of his performance against Jake Paul?
I thought it was average.
Yeah?
I thought it was average, man. I thought combinations were okay. I thought the pace was slow. I thought he just got pushed back too easily. I don't know. I saw a lot of holes, and I saw a lot of opportunities as well.
I do agree with KSI in the fact that Tommy did have a disappointing performance against Jake Paul. He did get the win fairly. It was not even a split decision. In reality, he won that fight pretty clearly. From someone like Tommy, who has been boxing his whole life, has an amateur background of some kind, he did look sloppy at points in there. His performance was decent. He got the job done.
I know this man will not see the final bell because I'm training.
Oh, no.
Like a Trojan.
I won't need to because I'm going to just knock him out.
The ref will scrape you up off the floor, my friend. Scrape you like getting some chewing gum off the street.
Oh,
scrape
you're funny,
you up off the canvas.
man.
I promise you, because I've never trained like this before.
Really?
Ever. Never.
Cool, we'll see.
Never.
Tommy ending this thing, seeming very confident, saying he has never trained this hard in his life. He's ready to go. KSI's not seeing the final bell. A lot of confidence here from Tommy. A lot of confidence here from KSI. And we are gonna leave it off there. Pretty solid press conference. Nothing too insane, nothing too chaotic. Both guys seem locked in. They both do really seem ready to go. Like they're kind of over the talk and just want to fight. They both seem very confident and they both fully believe that they're going to knock the other one out. And that is exactly what you want to see in this fight. I can't wait to see it. The Prime Card main event, October 14th. It's gonna be a good one. Subscribe for more boxing content and updates. The support is much appreciated. Thank you for watching. Peace.